At number 5, we have the AJAIX L11 Multi with the last shot non-reload cancel. AJAIX started off as a player who did an MW2 tooltage with Denaganai. It had a steady yet humble climb to greatness and became one of the MW2 videos we all look up to nowadays. Then, when MW3 came around, AJAIX was still hungry. He had the fire in him for the clips. He was hitting them non-stop till one day he hit a clip that was quite different, and some like to call it the first ever L11 Multi. No one could believe it when they first saw it back in the day. Reload canceling every shot? How could it be? But then as we look closer at AJAIX's, we figure out he doesn't reload cancel the last shot. How? Now I'm going to slow down the clip for you guys. As you can see, he's going to shoot the first 3, reload canceling every shot, but the 4th, what happened there? How did he do it? We may never find out. At number 4, we have Mort's quad on ambush. You may have never heard of Mort. Shit, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. But he did get number 1 on Top Notch Multimedia's top 5 plays of the week, COD 4 edition. And this quad looks a bit suspicious. I think it's worth our number 4 spot on top 5 conspiracies, Call of Duty related. Now I'm not going to do the commentary for this one. I'll let Perry take it away.
And finally, at number 1 is Mort's playing Team Deathmatch on Ambush. Now, this is one confusing clip, as you will find out. A few misses. Quad! I don't know why I say it like that whenever someone hits one, but I do. Now, let's watch it from someone who was in the quad. Here he is, going up the steps, and BAM! There he is dying. Is he in the line of fire? Absolutely not. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's crazy.
At number 3, we have the SanctiZy Conspiracy. Yeah, now we're diving into the aliases. SanctiZy was a player who came out of nowhere. Honestly, you could have blinked and he'd appear in front of you. No one knew who he was though, just dropping this crazy video, Definity Part 1, with no explanation behind it, not knowing who he was. It was insane. But like all great stories, it has to come to an end. The SanctiZy Conspiracy was debunked in early 2014 that it was Merg, aka KJ Anderson, and Shadow, aka Andrew McDougal. And let me tell you, they sure fooled all of us. But just to add insult to injury, SanctiZy and Merg did a dualtage. Now I know what all of you are thinking, what? But I made a flowchart to show you how it's done. So as you can see, SanctiZy is the person to the left, and then Merg and Shadow are the people to the right. So Shadow and Merg both played on the SanctiZy account. So that means Merg made a dualtage with himself and Shadow. I know, it's crazy stuff. I can barely follow it myself, folks. But that was number 3, and let's get on to the rest. At number 2, we have the AT7F Conspiracy. Now, I'm not going to be talking too long about this one because, well, there's not much to say. AT7F was a player who came out of nowhere, dropping these raw clips, all MW2, and they were just some of the best Call of Duty clips I've ever seen. But the thing that popularized this AT7F character was his edited version of his Taj by XSkull and Gizco. But the thing that raises a lot of questions about it, Tiff, is why does he not have a mic? How is he so good at Call of Duty? And does he use a controller? Now that's it for number 2. Number 1 is gonna be insane. At number 1, we have the IREAPZZ Conspiracy. IREAPZZ was a player who started out no different from you or me, just making COD 4 montages and nobody thought nothing of it. Through these COD 4 montages, AJAIX gained a massive following through the community for being a player you didn't want to mess with on sticks. But it wasn't until MW2 till AJAIX really got a big name for her. Oh, or should I say, himself. When MW2 came out, AJAIX was just releasing crazy montage after crazy montage. But then there was a dualtage that came out that was quite different from the rest. And yes, I think we all know what I'm talking about. Ascendancy. The dualtage with X Darkness, aka Harry J. Michaels. It rocketed to superstardom right when it dropped. It was one of the first montages that we saw. Intervention 5-ons, Barrett 5-ons, Barrett multis, and inner multis. It was insane for its time. Then, about a year and a half later, the plot thickened when a girl named Chantel Bella dropped a video saying IREAPZZ is fake. And yes, it was the girl that AJAIX had pictures of all over his YouTube, which we all thought was AJAIX. After we all found out AJAIX wasn't a girl, we were all looking over our shoulder. We didn't know who to trust. Anyone could have been AJAIX in the community, even you. Then, like a phoenix that rose from the ashes, X Darkness came back and said he was doing AV3 with AJAIX. We couldn't believe it. Two players who haven't played in over a year making a Taj, how could it go? But when it dropped, it was insane. No one could believe the clips it. But that's just the thing. It was just us believing. Rumors report that Darkness only hit about 3 clips for AV3. The people that play on his account were MaxPX, JF, and Liam J. Tell. AJAIX, though, on the other hand, no one really knows. It could just be all the Reaper, or it could be another individual. But the year is 2015, and I think we've been dwelling on the AJAIX conspiracy for far too long. I think it may be time for all of us to move on and let the legend die. This has been Z Duddy, and I'm signing out. Deuces.